Good day, my friends. Today we are going somewhere very special, trying the best Nasi Lemak, according to you guys, in KL. And that is Wanjo. Nasi Lemak Wanjo in Kampung Baru neighborhood. I am going to walk there. It's about 30 minutes from here where I stay in Chinatown. Yeah, I'm excited. I actually haven't had any Nasi Lemak yet since I've been here. I mean, to my understanding, Nasi Lemak is not so much curries. You know, it is the coconut rice, but also more so like fried meats. And so I have been having nasi kandar pretty much every day, you know. I don't really eat rice. 95% of the time I don't eat rice. And so I'm eating curries, I'm eating rendang, I'm eating vegetables. But I'm not eating rice, you know. I don't really eat carbs. I don't digest rice very well. I don't digest starch well. It really bothers my body, especially if I do it too frequently. So I've been really trying to take it easy and be cautious. But I really want to try this place. I really want to try some good Nasi Lemak. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and take some pain for the enjoyment of it. Yeah, so people have been really enjoying the video so far from Malaysia. I've actually gotten substantially more views from my Malaysia videos than like my Thailand videos or Indonesia or anywhere. And so I'm happy about that, very happy. I really appreciate everybody's support and, you know, watching and engaging and commenting. I've been a little bit behind with replying to the comments. Just doing the daily vlogs and all the other stuff I have going on, it's a bit much. But I will get caught up, and I always reply to every comment, even if it's a few days late. But I do read the comments in real time. I am seeing your comments, in real time. So very mixed in terms of the comments so far, pretty mixed. I would say some people are very upset with some of the things that I say or do. And it kind of surprises me, you know, just the fact that I'm walking around in the city instead of taking public transportation. Some people are not happy with that, you know, telling me, oh, you're an idiot. Do you see other people walking? Like, what are you doing? It's a weird way to comment on somebody's video. I don't see how you can get upset because somebody's walking around the city, but most of the negative comments are not from Malaysians. It's mostly from other Americans, for some reason, who take some offense. But some locals are definitely upset that I like to draw comparisons to where I live in Thailand, or if I make some comparisons to where I'm from, which is New York. Some of the people really don't like that. You know, to me, it's kind of just conversation. It's kind of, you know, it's comparing it to something that I'm used to something I have some context for. Of course, when you go somewhere new, yeah, you're thinking about where you live and how things feel. Oh, are you okay? Oh, you okay? Okay. My kid just fell on the ground. Well, yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, the people, mostly good, you know, 99% of you pressing the thumbs up, not thumbs down. But there's just a few, of course, who take offense to the things that I say. But I don't mean anything by it. Definitely don't mean anything negative by it. I'm simply just, yeah, telling you my experiences in life, where I live, where I'm from, and how it feels being in a new city, new people, new culture. And so, of course, I'm going to make some comparisons about it. It's, yeah, I don't mean any negativity by it. And so I just tell things like they are. You know, I'm not one to sugarcoat things or just come out and say everything is amazing if that's not how I'm feeling. So, yeah, whatever you hear from me is just my genuine thoughts, and that's it. That's kind of how I vlog. That's how I've done it since the beginning. So, yeah, again, I appreciate it. I will be staying in Malaysia for a bit. I don't know how long. I don't think that I will travel to Langkawi or Penang as I had thought. Not that I won't ever go, I just think on this trip I will probably go back to Thailand before Songkran Festival, you know, big festival in the city I'd like to experience. And I'm enjoying KL. I think the city really suits me. In general, I'm a city person, and yeah, just this being such a big city and me really enjoying the food already here, like I can easily stay here for a little bit until it's time to go. And maybe next time around I will go somewhere else even without coming to KL. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I will be back to Malaysia sooner than later. You know, this is going to be a regular occurrence, me coming to Malaysia and then flying out, going somewhere else. You know, the rotation I'm kind of thinking about until I go out of Southeast Asia will be Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, and Malaysia. Also checking out Cambodia at some point too. But I'm sticking to Southeast Asia for now, you know. I am on quite a budget. You know, I don't have much money or income, so I do everything as cheaply as possible, and that's why I'm not traveling more than I am at the moment. So yeah, Southeast Asia, it fits the budget the best, and everything else is a little bit out of reach for now. But yeah, so things have been great. Really enjoying it. As you can see, I am walking again, but that's because it's what I want to do. I like to walk. I know I said it's hot, it's very hot and whatever, but I'm just making an observation. Yeah, it's hot, but I still prefer to walk. I still want to have some exercise. It's important for me to feel good, and so yeah, I'm willing to sweat my tits off and walk for 30 minutes, 40 minutes to a restaurant because I'll feel better, you know, and then I will walk home and I can digest my food better as well. I know it sounds crazy to maybe some locals or yeah, people in general, but that's just how I operate. I'm from New York City. We walk everywhere. Even in the United States, people in California, for example, they don't walk. And so if I try to do this with somebody from America, but not from New York, they might also not want to walk so damn far. So I get where you guys come from with telling me to take the train, right? Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. It's a long walk, so I'm not gonna do a walk and talk the whole time. You know, I'll just cut it and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Made it to the Kampung Baru neighborhood. Actually came over here pretty recently. If you check out one of my recent videos, probably the last video actually was a Ramadan food bazaar, and it was the Kampung Ramadan food bazaar, Kampung Baru Ramadan food bazaar. That was a blast. That was the best thing I've done here so far. Such a cool experience, such cool food there. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, at the end of it, I was eating like some fruit that I bought in the market, and the police officer was like, "Do not eat that here. You know, like people are fasting. That's really rude," kind of thing. And I was like, "Oh shit, sorry. I didn't really think about it, or I didn't know. Now I know. Now I'm being very careful not to like eat around anybody who's fasting. You know, staff in my hotel. You know, I was eating on the rooftop, and there's a bunch of staff there, and they're all fasting. And so, yeah, you know, if it's possible, better not to eat in front of them. You know, it just feels like poor etiquette now that I realize. It can be hard to cross the street here, especially the bigger streets. You really have to just like force yourself across the street. And I've not really experienced Vietnam, Kampung Baru. Haven't been to Vietnam, but I hear it's the craziest to cross streets, you know, like in Hanoi. And so I'm curious to visit at some point because even here it seems a little bit tough to cross the streets. Some of these bigger streets, it's like you're really on your own. You got to just kind of wait a while until you find your moment. Oh, ouch. Well, that's why you also got to pay attention, because I just smashed my shoulder on something as I'm filming and walking. Oh, very smooth, Ben, very smooth. Well, once again, a lesson to pay attention. Get off your damn phone when you're walking. In this case, I'm looking at a camera. Yeah, it feels good outside because it rained, and then it's also the evening now. It's like 6:30, so this is like a nice time to walk. Still hot, but definitely 10 times better than trying to walk in the afternoon. You know, now I stay inside in the afternoon. Now I try and get my computer work done. And I come outside in the morning if I'm up, or in the evening, you know. Really becoming a local in that way. Yeah, we're almost there. I think we're around 5 minutes walking. So yeah, be there soon. I am starving. Really looking forward to this meal, I gotta say. Just reading one of the comments, says, do not compare Malaysia to Thailand, or even worse, New York. Somebody really doesn't like Thailand and New York. And another one, New Yorkers, you're all the same. I mean, I don't know what's possessing people to comment that. I mean, I guess I'm sparking an emotional reaction in those people, but you know, I just don't understand it. I don't care so much. You know, people can comment however they like. Ooh, there's an echo in there. People comment however they like. It doesn't really bother me, but I think it's fun to talk about. So yeah, I don't know. It's just to let you guys know and to see what other people think about it, because I know the majority of the people are not commenting stuff like that. And it's definitely not the type of interactions I'm having in person with locals. Is strictly good, positive, and friendly. So yeah, I haven't had a single negative experience in that way. And again, most of the people commenting stuff like that are other Americans, or at least other foreigners. You know, especially Americans, when they see an American in another country, and if they live there or if they know a lot about that country, they really want to let people know how much they know, or how much better they are at living in Malaysia or spending time in Malaysia than you are. You know, they really want to say, hey, you're an idiot. This is what's right, you idiot. That's my experience. I don't know why. It's very weird to be like that way to your own people. But yeah, most of the negative stuff I've ever received is from other Americans. You know, maybe Europeans too, but it's interesting to me. Look where we are, folks. We've made it. Guangzhou, right over there. The blue. Oh, it looks crowded. It's actually now 7 p.m. And so I believe you break fast at 7:30, correct? And so probably getting around very busy time, probably the worst time to come. But it just kind of happened that way. It was really raining hard earlier, so I was just staying inside. Yeah, as you can see, it's extremely busy. Huge line. Guess we will queue up here. Huh. Interesting. I did think about this, but I was also just kind of like, you know, what am I going to do? Kind of have no choice. Thought about coming tomorrow instead, but it's okay. We will just queue up. Yeah. Guangzhou. I'm excited to try this. Hello. How you doing? Good? Yeah. My first time here. All of my subscribers, they said go to Guangzhou. Best Nasi Lemak.
Yes.
Is it true?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Good. If you are working in sales, you are not allowed to eat here. Finally made it toward the front. So they have rendang. I think they have rendang. That's what I'm gonna get. Maybe 2-3 eggs. Very full in here. I'm gonna get the daging rendang and the ayam rendang. So 1 beef, 1 chicken. Now I see it on the menu. I didn't realize they have a menu right there. Yeah, I don't believe they have curry. I think that's only nasi kandar, right? But rendang is plenty. Unfortunately, there are no tables to sit at. Everybody's just sitting down, not eating because they're waiting still for like another 30 minutes. And yeah, I don't know what to do. I kind of told them, a couple of staff, I asked if they could help me find a place to sit, and they said, no, sorry. And then like some more locals came and they set up new tables for them, which was weird. And then I said, I thought you don't have any tables for me? And they were just kind of laughing with each other and said, sorry. And so I get it, like, you know, I'm not a local and it's Ramadan, but I have nowhere to eat, so I had to change it to takeaway. I don't know what to do. There's nowhere for me to eat it. I mean, they clearly didn't want to help me, and they were kind of making a joke about it. Maybe because I had a camera with me as well, you know, I don't know, but it's annoying, I'll say that. I just really want to eat, and it's pouring rain outside. And there's just nowhere else I can go eat, and now it's not very easy to like set this up to eat anywhere at this point, so I'm not sure. I suppose I have to take a Grab back to the hotel and like eat at the hotel. I think it's the only option. Maybe I'll try and pay like another shop in the area to eat in their place. I'm gonna look around a little bit first and see. I feel like that's very rude to go with different food. So I don't know. It's tricky. It's very rude to say, hey, can I eat at different restaurants' food in your restaurant? But maybe if I offer like, just literally at this point, I'll pay 10 ringgit to eat it, right? Let's see if I can find somewhere else that would let me do that, because it'd be nice to eat it slightly fresh, you know? And also, it says that the Grab is going to take 24 minutes to get here, which is really long, so yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, that's where I'm at, folks. Just giving it to you straight. Well, after a bit of searching around, I found a place to eat. I noticed that it was quite empty up here, so I asked them if I could pay them, and they wouldn't let me pay them, of course, but they said I can eat here. They gave me a plate, so I'm gonna set this up and let's see finally. Okay, this is what we got, folks. It looks like a disaster because of, you know, it was wrapped up and everything, but it's beef rendang. I got two orders of beef rendang, Nasi Lemak. We have 3 eggs, cucumber. That's it. Okay. I'm excited. That was a disaster, but we fixed it. It's all good. All right, let's first just try a little rice mixed with sambal. That's good. Yeah, very good. All right, let's try some beef. A little egg. Sorry, I can't really get the food and everything in the shot. It's kind of hard. Wow. The rendang is very good. Wow, very clean flavor, very tender meat. Not really sweet, more just savory. That's good. Definitely the best rendang I've had so far. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I was expecting a little bit more from the rice, more fragrant rice or more coconut flavor. It's good though. I would have to give it 8 out of 10 for sure. The thing is, I've been having so much good food here. It doesn't stand out to me as like being so much better. That's all it is. It's very good, but most of the food I've been eating here is really good. So it's like almost on par with some of the other stuff I've had. I really like it. I'm glad we found somewhere to eat. Nice spot too. Look at this. I mean, it's raining. I tried to get an Uber and there was just no Ubers to be had. First one was going to take 20 something minutes and then it canceled and there was none. So yeah, for a moment I was like, what am I going to do here? How am I supposed to eat this? I didn't realize it was so like ready to open and eat, or I would have just like sat under a roof on some stairs that I saw. But I didn't realize. I thought it was going to be super hard, you know, almost like I thought I was going to have to put it on a plate, you know. That is good though. Wow. All right, I guess I'm going to enjoy this. I didn't get too much variety, as you can see, just the rendang. I'm very limited on what I can eat, allergy-wise, so the fact that I can even have this, I'm really happy about that. Oh yeah. That was definitely the most tender rendang, beef rendang that I've had. Actually, you know, I said I was going to get chicken as well, chicken rendang. But when I saw it, I realized it was probably fried. I can't have fried food, so I'm just like, more beef. So it's 33 total ringgit for the whole thing with a bottle of water as well. You know, decent, not bad, a full plate of food. You know, maybe a little on the pricey end, yeah. Usually maybe I'll pay 16 to 20 for similar size plate, but you know, it's a popular spot, obviously, super crowded, super famous, popular. So it makes sense. Now, I will say, they had so much staff there, and what bothered me was that I really was just kind of waiting for a while. Then I realized, oh, these people aren't eating. Nobody's going to be getting up anytime soon, right? And yeah, they were kind of laughing, and then like some locals came and they set up a table. A guy helped set up a table somewhere else. Okay, fine, they're local. And then like a group of 4 young, hot Chinese girls comes in, who were like a couple people behind me, and the same guy, he like walks over to them when he sees them looking around, and like, you know, you could tell they're like, what are we gonna do, kind of thing. And he goes over to them and he's like, hey, come here, you know, I'm gonna help you, kind of thing. And he sets up a table for them, 4 people. I'm just one person. And I had just asked him moments before that, hey, there's nowhere to eat, what should I do? You know, I can't find a table. And he was just like, look, you know, he looks at his friend and starts laughing. And he's like, I don't know, sorry, it's full. And then like starts laughing. And I'm just like, okay. It's just very not helpful. I get that I'm a foreigner. I get that I'm not fasting. And it's Ramadan. But I don't think that is an excuse to act that way. And there was so many of them, so much staff. Just like young, you know, very young, and like didn't care, you know, very much was like, oh, we're not helping this guy like figure this out. But you know, that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. At least I got to eat it. Still was wasn't hot, but it was fine, fresh enough. Just an annoying little situation. You know, now I know for sure, oh, don't go out and eat, you know, 7:30, I'll say. It's just not the time for me to go out to eat during this month, right? I sort of knew that, but it was kind of like, oh, I didn't assume that there would not be anywhere for me to sit. But hey, that's how it goes, you know? Yeah, I assume you can make reservations a lot of places. Also because somebody in the comments said like, you might need to reserve a spot in like certain restaurants. So I'm not sure if they do reservations or how that works. Yeah, maybe I just got there a little bit too late, right? Slightly too late. You know, I stopped off at a mall to take a pee, maybe that did it. You know, maybe I should have held it. But it's okay. I'm glad I got to try the spot. I stick to my rating, 8 out of 10. And you know, I'm prepared for the comments here. I'm prepared to be absolutely screamed at in the comments for, who knows, a bunch of different things. But understand that I am originally from America. I'm from a different culture. You know, this is my first time here. I only know what I know. You know, I just try to figure things out and do the best I can. It's just how it goes. I'm only human, you know. And so, yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think about the situation. And, you know, am I in the wrong for feeling a little bit weird about how they were treating me in that situation? Or should I just kind of accept that, yeah, it's Ramadan and that's how it goes. You know, that's just part of it. Yeah, I'd love to hear, because this is my first time experiencing anything like this. I've never been in a Muslim country, and now, again, at risk of sounding ignorant, you know, I've spent a lot of time in Indonesia. I lived in Indonesia for, you know, about 2 years, a year and a half. But that's different. It's much different. You know, I've not had this kind of experience, and I'm not comparing it to that. I'm just saying that's, you know, that's the only other place I've been where there are even any sort of Muslim population. So, yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel quite welcomed otherwise, so it's not really about that. It's just like a one isolated thing that happened. You know, just as I was saying before in the same video here that I have only had very positive experiences. Well, to me, I would count this as a neutral experience, you know. But hey, it's what it is. It also, I need to recognize that it's like a place like that that's quite big, and there's so many employees, and you know they're just trying to hire people who can work there and you know, clean and do all those things. They had so much staff there, so it's not going to be the same, I assume, as going to a more small mom and pop kind of place. You know, maybe an older gentleman or woman running the show who's going to probably treat you quite differently, a different level of warmth and friendliness. So, yeah, can't really expect that maybe at a place like that. But, yeah, that's what it was. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I try to do the best I can and get some, like, food action in for you. But it's hard to sit there and film in a public place, get the shot properly, and eat as well and enjoy the food and give some critique on it. So it's not a food channel, but I did, you know, Nasi Lemak is the thing here, right? So had to make a video on that, especially after so many comments saying go to Wanjo, even though there's a couple comments saying like, oh, there's much better places, or there's a few people who were like, oh, Wanjo's not the best. But I see the same kind of discussion on Reddit. You know, I think there's going to be preference, right? It's funny, just as many people as will say a place is really great, there's just as many people who will say they don't like it, or it's overrated, or whatever it is. You know, same goes for any country or city I visit. You could look online and there's people bashing that place, and there's other people saying it's the best place they've ever been. So, hey, I had to experience it for myself, right? That's what I like to do. I like to take the feedback, take some comments into consideration, but at the end of the day, you have to experience it for yourself, get your own perspective. You know, everybody's different, and that's just how it goes. So, yeah, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. I really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow in the next video.